Hi guys, welcome back to your weekly dose of life-work balance. In this video, I'll talk about the rest pillar in my harmony compass and how sleep can impact your mental, physical, and emotional well-being. My name is Sabrina Cadini. I'm your holistic precision life coach and the creator of Life-Work Balance, helping you live and work better thanks to customized lifestyle changes. If you'd like to know more, make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the bell to receive notifications every time I have new content for you. Sleep. Many people consider it as an optional activity or even worse, as a luxury that they can't seem to afford in their fast-paced life. But their appearance, health, even relationships and success in their personal and professional lives suffer when they are sleep deprived. Not to mention that their brains are also hit the hardest. And I go back to what I mentioned last week in episode 6 related to movement. I'll link it here in case you missed it. We are still designed like our ancestors. Times have changed, but our genes and biochemistry have not. We used to live at a slower pace, honoring the rhythms of Mother Nature with light and darkness, being active during the day and resting during the night to recharge. Nowadays, we are active all day and most of the night between work, TV, and tech devices. And this is not the best for our bodies and for our brains. No wonder that we end up with chronic stress that affects our physical, mental, and emotional wellness. So let's slow down. Do you know that one bad night's sleep, just one, is enough to alter our systems in the body? It can affect our hormones, our glucose levels. It slows down our thinking, concentration, and reaction times. It impacts our memory. It causes mood imbalances, brain fog, headaches, and more. And in the long run, lack of sleep can lead to a weakened immune system, obesity, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, depression, and even contribute to those scary neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. What a list! Talking about numbers, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention found that 1/3 of Americans report not getting enough sleep. And the National Sleep Foundation reports that the quality of work among American employees is diminished by about 30% when they are sleep deprived. So, what are the benefits of sleep? Well, sleep is important for many reasons, and it has multiple benefits for our happiness and success. Remember, it's all connected. Whatever we do in our personal life influences our performance and success in the workplace. So let's talk about some benefits. Number one, sleep lowers your stress by reducing and resetting your levels of cortisol. Number two, it helps regulate your immune system by decreasing levels of inflammatory molecules in the body and also in your brain. And we'll see how in a few minutes. Number three, it helps maintain balance of your gut microbiota. This will be a very exciting and eye-opening topic for a future video, so stay tuned. Number four, it helps regulate your metabolism. And number five, restorative sleep is also involved in the consolidation of memories. All information that we take in during the day through our short-term memory can then be categorized into long-term memory when we sleep. And there are two things that I would like to point out regarding the importance of sleep. First, it helps maintain a consistent circadian rhythm. You know, our sleep-wake cycle that allows us to function optimal because it impacts pretty much everything from our hormones to our weight, our energy, our stress response, our inflammation, and more. For instance, if you are unsuccessfully trying to lose weight and you're not sleeping in a satisfactory way, that might be the cause because of two hormones: leptin, that makes you feel full, and ghrelin, that makes you feel hungry. So when you're sleep deprived, ghrelin increases, making you prone to cravings and to eating more. The second reason why sleep is important is that that there has been a fairly recent discovery about a system in the brain called glymphatic system that gets rid of the metabolic waste products that accumulate while we are awake during the day. And it only works when we sleep. And this includes beta amyloid, which is a protein associated with Alzheimer's disease. Little side note here, Alzheimer's starts in the brain 20 to 30 years before the onset of symptoms, and abnormal functioning of the glymphatic system as a result of chronic sleep deprivation is related to that. So this is something that you can prevent with adequate and regular sleep. How many hours should we sleep? This is a question that many of my clients always ask me. And this seems to be highly individual. The general recommendation is between 7 and 8 hours. However, there's more and more evidence that shows that 6.5 hours are the perfect number, as long as it's quality sleep. Of course, quality is much better than quantity. 8 hours of disrupted sleep are not as beneficial as 6 solid hours of deep sleep. Now, if you can't sleep well, let's talk about tips. I have probably 60 or even more that I usually discuss with my clients depending on their needs, and we always experiment. And the ones that I'll share with you today are a great way to see whether it's just a matter of changing your behavior to sleep better, or maybe you need to dig deeper and understand why you cannot sleep well. As I always say, a one-size-fits-all approach doesn't work because we're all different, and this applies to sleep as well. What works for your friend might not be the right solution for you because your sleep issue is caused by something different. And insomnia is often a signal where your body wakes you up to tell you something is not right. And it could be hormonal imbalances, it could be unstable blood sugar, it could be high histamine levels, it could be anxiety, it could be gut imbalances. Yes, what we eat can lead to changes in our nervous system that can also impact our sleep. It could be simple nutrient deficiencies. There could be hundreds of reasons, and I've seen many different ones with my clients. Now, I'd like to remind you that I'm not a doctor, and I work with healthy individuals who want to improve their quality of life and to be able to live and work better. And I hope I can do the same for you. And sleep is almost always one of their issues, and we're able to correct the course with certain habits and testing, working together with their doctors. So my tips today are divided into two categories: day and night. I know it may sound confusing because we're talking about sleep, but if you follow Mother Nature's light and dark cycle to keep your circadian rhythm balanced, as we saw earlier, you will sleep much better. So in the day, tip number one is making sure you get plenty of sunlight starting in the morning, possibly within 30 minutes of waking up. Getting outside to walk or work out or to jog, or even having your breakfast outdoors, weather permitting, would be ideal. Tip number two, stop consuming caffeine by 2-3 p.m. It has a half-life of 6-8 hours, so you don't want to affect the quality of the sleep that you're getting at night. And tip number three, stop exercise about 4 hours before going to bed. Don't exercise too close to bedtime because in some ways it can be disruptive. My tips in the night are: first, make your bedtime and wake times as constant as possible throughout the week. And create a bedtime routine to start about 1 hour before going to bed to teach your brain to slow down. You can include meditation, breathing exercises, calming music, yoga, prayer, journaling, reading, taking a bath, cuddling with your pet. Choose whatever works best for you. I would recommend that you do not watch the news, engage on social media, pay bills, or discuss work matters before bedtime, as they can increase stress levels and they will disrupt your sleep. Tip number two, Dim the lights and set a curfew for the use of electronic devices at least 1 hour before bedtime. I know it's very hard. Sometimes I struggle with this as well. Exposure to blue light from computers, smartphones, or TV blocks the release of melatonin, the powerful antioxidant hormone that facilitates sleep. And if you need to work late, I recommend that you use blue light blocking glasses, and you may install software that regulates red and blue light on your tech devices. Tip number 3, create the perfect environment in your bedroom by looking at these 3 factors: temperature, light, and noise. So temperature should be between 65 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit, as the sleep cycle follows your body temperature cycle. When temperature falls, this is another signal to your brain to release melatonin. As far as light, try to cover all LED screens in the bedroom and use dark drapes to block the outdoor lights from your window, not only in the night, but also in the early morning. And if you need to get up in the night, maybe you have a little one to take care of, use those little night lights, but possibly away from where you sleep. And regarding noise, you can use earplugs if you live in a busy area, or you can also use a white noise background app or machine while you sleep. As always, I have a list of favorite books about the rest pillar that I'll share with you by putting the link below. And one of the books there is by Dr. Michael Bruce, called The Sleep Doctor. Maybe you know him already. And his book, The Power of When, will help you find your chronotype, which is your tendency to sleep at a particular time during a 24-hour period. Very fun stuff. I definitely recommend it. However, being a book for everyone, this is general information. And if you'd like to know more about your specific chronotype, I have a program for you, Regenerate Your Lifestyle, which can give you insights about your sleep, stress, fitness, diet, and nutrients, plus your reaction to caffeine, which I mentioned in my tips earlier, based on your unique genetic profile. That way, you know what works best for you when you set goals and adopt new habits. You can find more information about my program here and at the link below. It's now time for your weekly question. Ask yourself, what can I change in my morning and evening schedule or routine to improve my sleep? So choose 2 small habits that you can implement starting today, and then share your response in the comments below. I can't wait to read that. I'll see you in episode 8 of your weekly dose of life for balance next week, where we will talk about the 4th pillar of the Harmony Compass, reframe. If you liked this video and you want to hear more, make sure you give it thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell so you'll get notified when I have new video content. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to live life fully. Bye guys!